really love. Hey guys, what is up? My name is Michaela Smith Campbell, the fashion designer and founder for the fashion design brand MACK, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today, per usual, I'm super excited to be doing this video with you guys because I am going to be covering 5 Black-owned fashion design brands you should definitely be on the lookout for this year, this holiday season. So for me, this video is super important to go over with you guys because as an Afro Latina, like Black-owned brands and businesses do not get talked about enough, especially in the fashion industry. So I really want to go over this list, and especially some of these brands I've been really getting into and watching for some time now. And also, you guys, keep a lookout for the next few weeks because I also will be discussing Hispanic-owned brands too in the fashion industry. The next couple of weeks, I'll be dropping that video, so definitely keep an eye out on my channel because I feel like with the Black-owned businesses and even colored, especially Hispanic too, don't get talked about enough in the fashion industry. And of course, I think that having Black representation, just representation in general, is super important. And I think for me, that's the most important when it comes to speaking on Black-owned businesses, colored-owned businesses, women-owned businesses. I think it's super important to spread and shop from them because they really care about representation and inclusivity when it comes to our communities, like the Black community, the Hispanic community, women community. We really do think about our people. So that's why I do think that going over and talking about, you know, Black-owned businesses, Hispanic-owned businesses, women-owned businesses, and any minority-owned businesses are super important to be going over, and also bringing awareness to for people who may not know certain fashion brands to shop from. They really do think about their own people and customers, what their customers want. And also when you go on their websites, you guys, or social media pages, they do have representation of like actual models that do represent what they stand for. I know like for a lot of these higher end luxury brands, they talk about inclusivity, or they talk about, you know, having more people of color, but like when you go to like the top, their chairman board, like they don't have like not one single Black person on for a lot of these fashion luxury design. You might throw in every now and then like a person who represents like a minority genre, but I mean not all the time they're always really about it. So that's why I think it's super important to really talk and shop and follow a lot of these minority owned businesses. And I also want to point out the fact that I do trust, if you do spend your money on these Black owned businesses, any minority owned businesses, like your dollar is definitely going to go into the values of real representation and inclusivity. In contrast, whereas luxury brands, for consumers who do spend their dollars and money on the higher end fashion brands that are predominantly European, predominantly white owned, or most of their board and chairman are white, don't really include a lot of diversity in their brand's promises and values. And a lot of the times they do that to kind of just save themselves because they're being held accountable and because they're being called out on lack of diversity or inclusivity in their brand. A lot of these Black owned brands and minority owned brands in general, I trust my dollar a lot more because I do know that they're more about including inclusivity just naturally, and they just think about it and they know, and they always think about their people and their customers and what their customers want first. A lot of these Black owned brands and really minority owned brands are a lot more sensitive when it comes to how they want to create their designs, how they want to campaign or market. They're a lot more thoughtful in their messaging because they do think of their people because they're a part of their communities, and they really only want their communities to grow and buy from them as well. Because there are some luxury brands who in the past, as we all know and heard of, have put out insensitive marketing campaigning or insensitive design to a group of people. That says a lot right there, because if you did have a lot of people of color, a lot of their campaigns or designs would have never dropped. Having people of color, period, designers on board are very important to have. And because it's been really slow, a lot of these luxury brands have been really slow to do so, and even some like fast fashion retail brands have been very slow to become more about diversity, not just saying that they are and hiring just like a couple people, or having, you know, if you go to their social media page, having like some sprinkle of like models that are of color representing their clothing. I do think that it's definitely time that we start building these smaller Black-owned brands up by shopping from them first, and also talking about them, spreading them, following them on their social media, Black designers. And this isn't just designers, but it's also like Black stylists, Black editors, just really more about like the Black and brown communities, because a lot of these higher end brands are really slow to do so. So I think that's why it's so important to put your money towards them instead. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and also give this video a thumbs up as well. So the first Black owned brand in fashion is called Lorelli by Laurel Walker, who is an LA-based designer. First collection was created in 2012, and this designer does work with a lot of glitter, sparkles. A lot of his designs are very bold, provocative, but yet feminine, soft, and ethereal. If you go to his website, lorelli.com, has a range of different products that sells. Bridal, gowns, tops, dresses, accessories, swimwear. It's a vast range. And what I do admire about his brand is more eco-friendly. It's not completely sustainable. It is a lot more eco-conscious about where fabrics are coming from. It does source a lot of fabrics from dead stock fabrics and leftover fabrics from other designers and companies. He uses those fabrics to make it into something new. And also 99% of products are made to order. Anything that's made to order, what it helps do is it minimizes fabric waste, manufacturing, and also having an extra supply of stock left over that goes to clearance or just never sells. So that is more eco-conscious. And most garments are made in just limited quantities as well, which does help a lot. So instead of making a long range of a certain design of shirt, it makes only limited quantities. So if they sell out, they're sold out, which it does help when it comes to limiting extra stock as well. And then because this is a smaller owned Black business, a lot of prices are more higher. So we're looking at around $150 to $1,200 for a lot of the gowns. But you guys, I do think I love style because they are for the bold woman, for women who love to get dressed up, for women who love glam. It just is super fun. Please check out the website. It's lorelli.com. And also, you guys, for the rest and all of these brands I'm going over, I am not sponsored for any of these brands. They're just brands that I truly have been watching over some time and getting into, and I just love their style. So definitely be on the lookout for some of these brands and follow their social medias as well. Another Black-owned fashion design brand is called Harbison by Charles Harbison. He is from North Carolina. So he actually graduated from North Carolina University, and also he designed, directed a lot of brands that you guys may know, such as Cult Gaia, Nicholas in LA, and Ungaro in London, dressing some big stars such as Michelle Pfeiffer and also Beyonce as well. And right now he currently has a collection of accessories out right now. So if you go on his website, he does only accessories. So he does leather handbags that are either $495 or $695 for the bigger handbags. And then he does a lot of gold plated brass jewelry that range from $150 to around $350 to $400. And each of these jewelry pieces are truly statement pieces that are just so gorgeous. And I think they would also be great for stocking stuffers as well for the holiday season. Another Black-owned fashion brand is self-entitled, and it's called Autumn Adigbo. And I like her story because she is a child of Nigerian immigrant parents and ended up graduating at Spelman College in economics, and later on pursued Parsons School of Design in New York for fashion design, her master. And then she later became a fashion assistant to W Magazine. So when I heard her story a while ago, I actually found her on social media from one of her shoe designs being copied and replicated fabricated by designer Jeffrey Campbell. I heard of her, and this was like in 2019, I believe, and I like searched her and looked her up. That's when I discovered her, and I really love her fashion forward pieces. They're very bold, they're unapologetic, and they're really fashion forward, and she designs for woman wear. She designs women wear, accessories, home decor, stationery products, and also a collection for kids as well. Average her pricing's like around $250 to $800, and then there are, for example, accessories like scarves that are $75. Definitely think it's worth it. I mean, her quality of the clothing looks so phenomenal, and they look so exclusive too, which is what I really love. She really knows how to work well with prints, and for you guys who have been watching me for a while, you guys know how much I love prints. You guys know how much I love pops of color, and on her website she does play around with a lot of prints, different kinds of prints like the plaids, and their colorful plaids too, which I think was really cool. And what I admire about her, she really does focus on collaborating and working with women, and she is more eco-conscious in a lot of her production. As for example, she utilizes female production owned US facilities to create a lot of her designs, and she also does sustainable practices such as creating made-to-order clothing when customers do order pieces online, which also again minimizes this fabric waste, minimizes manufacturing, and also minimizes extra stock as well. Another brand that I really have been getting into, and this is more of a recent brand for me where I discovered her like a couple months ago, is the brand Analaja, created by Kanyan Sola Analaja from Nigeria. This brand, I love looking on their website and their social media pages, you guys. They have a really great like lookbook looking social media page. What I really love is this is a maximalist dream of finding design styles and just garments. They really do focus on maximalist style. I mean, it's very colorful, their embroidery, their textures, like everything you could think of, like color, textures, embroidery is like on each of their garments, which I really loved just looking at. It's just so different and it's so exclusive. And this brand is definitely a fresh air because it's so original, and you can't find other things like that on other stores or other designers because it just is so fresh as well. This is a contemporary women's wear brand mixing African heritage and also modern design, and you can really see it's in all the design, just like the colors mixed with the silhouettes, like the cool, funky, edgy, futuristic silhouettes. I mean, it just is so original, you guys, and that's why I love and appreciate shopping from Black owned brands too, because they are just so original. It just is so creative. Like the Black community itself, it is so creative and just so cool when it comes to like designs. It just is like, you don't see this on an everyday kind of store that you shop at. So it just is so special to me, you guys. So definitely give this brand a follow on their social media. And they're also very size inclusive because a lot of their garments range from an extra small to a 5XL as well, which isn't always the case with a lot of your favorite retail brands. Like I know Zara, as much as I love Zara, they're not really size inclusive. Like their larges, even for me, are sometimes kind of snug on me. So I think this is also important when you do shop at Black owned brands and minority owned brands. They always think of inclusivity, they always think of original styles, and they always think about just like their kind of customers firsthand when creating garments, which I really love. And then again, we're looking at prices ranging from $150 to around $1,200, depending on obviously the kind of product that you're buying, whether it's a top, scarf, or gowns. And a lot of these gowns, they're very 3D dimensional kind of art, which I really do appreciate. And last but certainly not least, I had to put this on here, you guys, but Yitty by Lizzo. Yeah, I definitely had to add this on here because I've been seeing Lizzo grind and put these collections out that she does have for her shapewear brand. And I know there's like Skims out, and I know that Spanx has always been out forever, but Spanx isn't always as inclusive with their color range and their size range. But I definitely had to put Yitty on here because I do think, especially in their campaigning too, that they do have a lot of different size range of women on here, which I really love. And they're also having a huge holiday sale as well. Most of their items are like 80% off right now. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but just as a refresher, I did look on their website a couple of days ago and I did see that 80% off sale. So a lot of their sports bras, underwears, and some of their loungewear sets are under $50. So they're a lot more affordable to begin with, especially with their holiday sale. This is a more affordable brand and it's built for everybody. I mean, the sizes are from extra small to a 5XL, and this brand is really built for everybody. It's not just built for you know, the thicker curvy girls. It's built for all kind of ranges of girls and all different shade tones, which is my favorite part. Also for the holidays, these would make great stocking stuffers too. So it's not only shapewear, but it's also bras, it's also underwear, there's also lounge sets, and these lounge sets are like the velour cute, like giving me like Y2K vibe lounge sets. There's pajama sets in there too. So I do think that this would be such a cute stocking stuffer for the holidays and just great gifts that are just very affordable and attainable for everybody. Okay guys, so that concludes today's videos on 5 of my favorite recent Black owned fashion design brands that I've been really getting into lately, and I think would be a great time to check them out, follow, and just check them out for the holidays. Thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already, and also give this video a thumbs up as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.